CCTV showed Liam Taylor had left the flat after the savage killing and then gone to a pub for a drink. When arrested the next morning he had cocaine, cannabis and alcohol in his system. This is the face of the evil thug who murdered his Irish girlfriend and their baby in a frenzied scissors attack at her flat in East London. Liam Taylor, 37, was jailed for a minimum of 27 years this week for stabbing Ailish Walsh, from Coolock in North Dublin, more than 40 times on December 15, 2022. The cowardly brute refused to face his victim's family in court and instead attended Thursday's sentence hearing at the Old Bailey via video link from Belmarsh Prison. He claimed he felt too unwell to attend in person, having failed to attend an earlier sentencing hearing in July which was adjourned as a result. Yesterday Ailish's sister Siobhan O'Connor hit out at Taylor declaring, "No amount of prison time is good enough for what he done and put Ailish and her baby through." Heartbroken Siobhan said, "This is the face of Liam Taylor, the woman and baby killing, murdering low-life animal who was sentenced to life in prison. He deserves so much more. I can only hope he will get his real justice dished out in prison." The court heard how Taylor slashed Ailish, a mother of 4, a dozen times to her face, including her eye, and battered her around the head with a 15 kg dumbbell. Some of the stab wounds were directed at the 22-week-old fetus and Ailish's genitals because Taylor had 2 daughters and wanted a son, the Old Bailey heard. Siobhan said Taylor was responsible for inflicting the most horrific injuries. It's actually hard to comprehend how someone could do that to another person. She added, specifically targeting her unborn baby daughter. No words can ever make sense of this utter shocking and barbaric violence. No decent person could understand the deranged mindset of a cowardly woman and baby killer like Liam Taylor. I pray he never gets the opportunity to hurt another woman or child again, and for the 27 years, and hopefully longer, this will be the case. Hopefully his face will be remembered everywhere he goes and his evil actions follow him until the day he dies, and hopefully he dies with as much pain as he has inflicted. Rest in peace Ailish. Prosecutor Jane Osborne told the court, Ailish had told more than one person that the defendant was upset about the pregnancy because he wanted a boy. Some of the injuries were deliberately aimed at the unborn child. The victim had been trying to end her relationship with Ruffer Taylor, who she suspected was cheating on her and who she had found taking cocaine. The Old Bailey heard that on the night she died a female friend got a WhatsApp message from Ailish saying she was trying to get Taylor out of the flat after catching him taking drugs. The female friend later called Ailish, hearing her screaming and Taylor's voice saying, "You can't do that to me." The victim was later found by her father in her bedroom, covered in blood and unconscious, the court heard. CCTV showed Taylor had left the flat after the savage killing and then gone to a pub for a drink. He then went to buy rum, coke and cigarettes. When arrested the next morning he had cocaine, cannabis and alcohol in his system. He told police, "That won't bring her back though, will it?" adding, "It's crazy how one moment of madness can change your whole life." Ailish, 28, had 4 children aged between 6 and 10 from a previous marriage in Ireland. Passing sentence Judge Nigel Leckie said Taylor had intended to disfigure Ms. Walsh in a case of domestic violence of the utmost seriousness. Judge Leckie told Taylor over the video link, "You assaulted Ailish with a ferocious, brutal and savage attack. You used a weapon and targeted parts of her face, abdomen and genitals with the intention to disfigure her. The attack had elements which I find sadistic in nature. You betrayed her trust in that you murdered her in her own home." He added, "I have to distinguish between genuine remorse and feeling sorry for yourself. Attending in person might have indicated real remorse." Members of Ailish's family cheered and applauded as Taylor was sentenced. Her father Lawrence Golding described in a victim impact statement read into the court record how hard it was to have to bury his daughter. He said he felt isolated as he has a terminal illness and Ailish had been his carer before her death. Matthew Perry, Ailish's ex-husband and father to 3 of her children, read a statement in court and said Taylor was worse than a monster. He said, "You have subjected innocent children to a lifetime of asking questions. No person deserves to be subjected to that torture. You are worse than a monster." Untold devastation has been inflicted by you on our family. My children are terrified that one day you will be given the opportunity to leave prison. Mr. Perry said Eilish was kind, smart, caring and willing to give anyone a chance including you. Prosecution argued Taylor intended to kill the unborn baby but did not bring a charge of child destruction as the baby was within the legal limit for abortion and would not have survived outside the womb. Taylor, previously of Rectory Road, Stoke Newington, admitted murder. He was jailed for 12 months in 2020 for beating his mother in the head and face with a metal pole. Eilish's sister Siobhan said, "This vermin has a problem when it comes to women," that ultimately progressed to him murdering Eilish and his own daughter.